Marlon Humphrey had a decent game today, and had some good tackles, had an interception, had a pass breakup also. What did you see from him, and what kind of spring?
Well, Marlon's had a good spring. I mean, he really has. He's improved a lot. Tony Brown has improved a lot. You know, Marlon did, you know, play well in the game today, but again, he was playing against the second receivers, which is, you know, matchups are a big deal. So, and, you know, we only really had 3 receivers that have any experience out there today. You know, Cam Sims not being out there, a couple other guys have played a little bit, so this is an area of our team where we need to add depth, you know, and it may be an area where we have to play some freshmen next year, but I'm happy with the way Marlon played. But again, you know, these, how you get challenged in a situation like this is something that everybody has to know. But Marlon has had a good spring. He's improved a lot. He's got a lot more confidence, and he's developed nicely for us.
Back left, Scott.
Nick, you kind of talked in the past about that AJ had it, Blake had that gravitational pull where the team kind of follows that guy that the quarterback should be. Not really relative to today's game, but what do you look for from that as far as comparing to on-field play and maybe them in the locker room or doing drills when coaches aren't out there? What are you looking for from whoever it's going to be?
Well, you know, I think what you're trying to describe here is leadership. You know, somebody that affects other people for their benefit. And to be honest with you, I think several of the quarterbacks have the capabilities of doing that. I've actually seen signs, you know, of that in them at times. But I also think that when you do things the way we've done them so far, you're not really putting the guy in a position to be a leader, to affect other people, because you're rotating guys in and out. And you know, I thought Jake did a pretty good job of that today. And you know, some of the other guys who have shown capabilities of doing that in the past struggled a little bit with that today. But again, you know, it's a lot easier to play with confidence when you're playing around guys that know what they're doing. You know, quarterback, you've heard me say this before, I played quarterback. Quarterback is the hardest position in football to play if you don't have good players around you. So we need that kind of leadership. We need people who can affect other people in a positive way. And I think that's going to be something that will be interesting to see how it develops with these players that we have.
2 more quick ones, Cecil.
Coach, did you feel like you got Cam Robinson enough looks in the passing game today, or are you going to start to target him a little bit more?
You know, I let each team put a trick play in, and that was that team's trick play. But because we had to practice on Thursday inside, both teams had to put their trick play in, like, you know, on half the field. So I don't think it was much of a trick. You know, as soon as they lined up in a formation, all the defensive players started yelling, you know, cover Cam, cover Cam. So 57 stands up and covers him on the pass. So there wasn't much of a trick to it, because we didn't have any secret operation that we could go to on Thursday because of the weather.
Last one, Ken.
Just outside of OJ, talk about your tight end group and how you feel, you know, getting out of spring.
Well, you know, Ty Smith has really made a lot of progress this spring. I think he's got a lot more confidence right now. You know, Dakota Ball played some tight end last year. He developed in the spring. Johnny White moved from the defensive line, and he's not played a lot of tight end before. So, you know, this is also an area of our team where we need some, you know, we recruited a tight end. He's going to have a great opportunity, and we need to improve. Past those first 2 guys, we need to improve. OJ had a really good spring, and, you know, I think should have, a really good year next year. And I think some of the things that we're doing offensively is we're not doing a lot that requires a big old tight end to block in what I call the C area, or the tight end area beside the tackle. So, and part of the reason for that is we have more athletic tight ends, and we don't have a bumper right now. So we have to adapt accordingly.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.